All right, I want to try something a little different here for, I guess it's not a fireside chat. We're at my desktop and we're going to remain at my desktop. And I just want to go through, I don't know, Real Life Friday? What could we call this? I don't know what we could call this, but regardless, yes, I had a conversation with a pumper, and this conversation is just hot off the presses. And I thought, you know what, I want to do this because this is super interesting and it really illustrates exactly why you need to learn to think for yourself, why you need to understand how the game is played. And in this situation, we're going to look at a penny stock, and we're going to look at a pumper, as you saw from the title, in regards to penny stocks. Now, please don't take the logic of, well, Clay, I have zero plans to ever trade penny stocks, therefore this whole video is irrelevant. Not true, not true. The goal here is just why it's on you, why you need to take control, why you need to take charge in the sense of, I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to catch my own fish. I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to just follow somebody else. I don't want to just depend. No, me, I want to do it because this is what you could set yourself up for. Again, maybe not this exact scenario, but let's face it, pumping exists everywhere. And as you'll see here, sure, everybody maybe calls it something a little bit different, but at the end of the day, penny stocks or big boards have plenty of pumpers too. They just kind of go by names of more so financial analysts, all those sort of things. Some people, they stand on TV and hit buttons and sound effects happen. Bears show up, bulls show up. Those would be pumpers too, right? I mean, everybody is a pumper in a different way, but pumper is more of a penny stock, term. But I want you to just, I found the conversation as we're going to go through fascinating because it really just goes to show, hey, this is what a pumper is looking to do. This is how a pumper also justifies what they're doing, but this is why you can't go blind, why you can't, especially in penny stocks. I mean, there's certainly a penny stock lesson here, but just in general, and I suppose really you could, if I wanted to get really philosophical, I could say there's all sorts of parallels here to other areas of life. But for this is why it's you. You need to take control. So to set up a little bit of context here, so this conversation makes a tad bit more sense. This is a penny stock that's relatively popular out there, VYST. And here you see the chart of some recent price action that occurred. And actually, this is a little deceiving because the price did not peak out right there, but just how line charts work, the price actually went up as high as 16 cents. And yes, you see this. In essentially a day and a half, the price went to 16 cents all the way down to 4.5 cents. So to equate that to a percentage, that was literally a 72% drop in, like I said, give or take right around a day and a half, a 72% drop. So if you're unfamiliar, I go around and I do video charts where it's just a very basic analysis of a chart and I talk about certain dynamics of it. In fact, I'll put a link down to that, the specific video down below this video. So on YouTube in the description section, if you're watching it at claytrader.com, just right down below the video. Like I said, I'll put a link to the specific video where I said, hey, first off, I don't know anything about the company, so this comment is not, this description, this whatever you want to call it, is not geared towards the company. It's geared towards how the price acted. From a price action perspective, this was a pump and dump. I mean, I don't know how else you can cause a big old huge spike like that, and then in literally a day and a half, it dropped 72%. I don't know what other term you would use to describe that. So from a price action perspective, I described it as a pump and dump. So that is the context of things is, and I would assume that right now you're saying, yeah, I'd say that's a pretty accurate description, especially if you threw out the disclaimer that you're not accusing the company of anything, to which I was not. Like I said, watch the video. I say, I don't know anything about the company. This comment, this description is not geared towards the company, just based solely on how the price is acted. So that's the premise. I called this 72% drop a pump and dump from a price action perspective. And then, some people showed up and moral of the story, one guy said, listen, you're wrong. Your definition of a pump and dump, something dropping 72%, it's just that's not accurate. That's not wrong. That's not a pump and dump. And so basically I said, listen, you're a pumper. I get it that you're a pumper. Your job is to try to twist and make anything even remotely bad still sound good. I mean, that's what a good pumper does. And I said, you know what? And you're actually a really good pumper. So that's what I said to this person, and this was publicly, because I was thinking, hey, I mean, how can somebody say that a 72% drop in a day and a half is not, is not a pump and dump per my definition? And my definition was, I'm not accusing the company of anything. I'm just saying that the price acted in a way that looks like a pump and dump when it drops 72% in one day. But like I said, he came at me, said, no. And he threw out a big, spiel about, why my definition is wrong. And I said, listen, you're a pumper. I get it. I'm not mad about it. In fact, I give you credit. You understand how the game is played, so good for you. And then this is where the conversation begins with somebody else. So the conversation here starts on the board, and this is the site itself, because I don't want, you Photoshop. No, I'll be refreshing, and you'll see that there's no games being played here. But this person says, attacking the person on VYST really showed how professional you are. The post was deleted, thankfully. First off, I mean, this is what pumpers do, right? Let's learn about pumpers. Pumpers act as groups. Pumpers, they're like a pack of wolves, and they go around. They can recognize each other. So, I mean, given they're a pack of wolves, and given that, and this is all meant as very complimentary, and I'm not being sarcastic. You'll see, I commend these people. I respect these people. But as far as me, and then you're attacking somebody. No, I'm not. Pointing out a fact is not attacking anybody. Now, I get it. You got to stand up for your buddy. You got to stand up for your pumper buddy. But that's kind of the first little revealing in terms of, notice how all of a sudden I'm attacking. So great way to start off with a conversation with a penny stock pumper. I'm attacking their buddy because I simply called out what they're trying to do. And again, what were they trying to do? Try to twist and turn the fact that the price dropped 72% into something that, no, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it. Okay. So I reply back. So let me hit my reply. Take a gander through his post. Does he ever talk about selling? LOL, this game is not difficult. What do I mean there? Well, this is just pumping 101, right? Pumpers only talk about buying. Buy, hold, don't sell. Buy, hold, don't sell. But if you ever notice, or if anything, if I can open your eyes to this fact, you'll notice they never talk about selling. Now, they may talk about selling, but the kicker is, it's always after they dump, right? They dump, and then all of a sudden they disappear, or they dump and say, nope, I sold, I didn't like something. Oh, well, how nice. All you've done this whole time is talk about buying and buying and buying, holding, strong hands, and then it comes out, no, I've already sold. So that's what I just said. I said, listen, all this guy does is talk about positive stuff. Again, that's great. That's fine. Pump. At least he understands the game. He understands he's not out there trying to, be some blind sheep, depend on anybody else. He is trying to, pump the stock, pump the price to get it go up because, he's bought at a lower price and he wants to go higher. I have no problem with that. That's good. The market needs pumpers. The market, take it to a big board perspective. The market needs analysts. The market needs price upgrades and price downgrades. That's the stuff that creates volatility. I'm all for volatility as a trader. So again, I am not saying anything negative about this person. I'm just making general observations about this conversation and kind of how this all works within the penny stock world. So, right there, they never talk about selling at all. This is not unique to these people. That's just how it works. Well, something's missing. Did his reply get deleted? All right, let me go and try to restore this post here. Okay, yeah, later on in the conversation, he accused me of deleting a post. I said, I never deleted anything, but it looks like this was deleted for a personal attack. But no, I don't think this was a personal attack. So this is what was deleted. This was his reply back to what I replied. Unprofessional, you showed your true colors. Sad, because for years I gave you the benefit of the doubt to be a professional, passionate chart guy, despite what others have said. Enjoy your day, sir. Just be careful. Every hateful post that you target people, VYST mods have deleted. I wish you well and enjoy your day. So, relatively, okay, that's fine. I don't know. Again, what is he implying? He is implying, the pumper is implying that because I called out his buddy for doing what he was doing, then I'm all of a sudden unprofessional. There's some irony here, I think I would argue, but regardless, he's, hey, listen. And he's like I said, I will never accuse this guy of being a jerk. He's very honest. You'll see that. He's very honest. So I commend this person. There are no ill will at all, but he does do a great job of illustrating why you better start thinking for yourself. So he comes back and says all this, and then my reply to that was, thanks for avoiding my question and challenge completely. Remember, I did issue a challenge. Hey, have you ever looked at his post? Do you ever see him talking about selling? Did you notice any of that? And he totally ignored that and sidestepped it. So, I mean, I'm not going to let that go unnoticed. So I let him know, thanks for avoiding my questioning challenge completely. What were you saying about being professional? So I had a comment on the irony. Then I said, listen, I glanced at your post. You're a pumper boy too. I'm not mad. That's great. Good for you for understanding the game. I didn't see a single time where you mentioned quote unquote selling. And if you did, it was after the fact. All I see is lots of rah-rah posts. It's cool. I'm not mad. Again, I understand the game. People buy, people want their price of their stock to go up so that they can, well, sell and make money. That is kind of why you're in the market, right? To make money. So I'm not mad about any of this, but this person's clearly a pumper, and I want them to realize that they're a pumper too, and that's okay. That's okay. Their reply back. If speaking positive for stock to you is pumping, then I understand now why many think you are a basher. So now all of a sudden I'm a basher because I'm calling them out. Why should any investor post DD, which stands for due diligence, and tell the market when they sell? Is that a new SEC law? So this summarizes everything. In their pumpers' minds, and like I said, I got to be honest, I'm not in his mind. I don't know what in his heart of hearts he believes he's doing. Maybe this is how he rationalizes everything. Listen, I'm just speaking positive about a stock. Okay, you call it talking positive about a stock. I'll just call it pumping, because why are you talking positive about the stock? Well, because you want the price to go up, and you want the price to go up. And I mean, if you've been on message boards or social media, I mean, you realize the irony here. Speaking positive. Okay, you can call it speaking positive. I'm going to call it pumping. Because I know your intent behind talking positive is so that you can get the price to go up and then sell. But then I can't disagree with his rationale. I agree. Why should any investor post DD and tell the market when they sell? Exactly. They shouldn't, because that would be counterproductive to why you are, to use their language, speaking positively in the first place. Because, well, you want the market to go up. So it would be totally counterproductive to post about when they sell. And then to top this all off, especially when there's no SEC law that says you have to tell people when you sell, at least I don't think there is. Do we have any SEC lawyers out there? Maybe there is. The point here is this. This person just admitted to the whole game of pumping, and good for them. Pumpers are going to speak positively about a stock, but they're not going to ever say whether they sell, because why would they? As far as I know, there's no law that says they need to, and it would be totally counterproductive to what they're trying to do, which is get the price to go up. And my reply back was this. Oh, I love the rationale of a pumper. Great stuff. And, thank you for dodging my question. And I replied back, and this is where I'll end things here. But I said, I'm not sure you understand. There is no rule, and that's why I gave your buddy and you credit for doing what you do. That's what I mean by understanding the game. You want to call it posting exciting news. You are posting that exciting news because you want the price to go up. You bought it, or because you bought it. That's fine. If people want to believe your excitement, then that's on them, not you. So again, stop being overdramatic. I'm complimenting you. Pump away, pump away. And this is where it comes back to, it is on you. You as a listener, you as a viewer of this, it's on you. If you are listening to somebody else because they're talking positive about a stock and then you end up losing money, don't blame that person. It is on you. Well, wasn't that nice? You've been talking positive and talking about buying and holding, and then all of a sudden you disappear and we find out you sell? Well, yeah, why would they tell you when they would sell? I agree with this person. That would be stupid for when their intent is to create excitement, to talk positive, to pump so that they can get the price higher than where they bought and then sell. I mean, why would they tell you where they're going to sell or that they're going to sell before they sell? That is totally counterproductive, and that would make these people stupid. But you know what? At least these people have figured out the game. At least these people are not being blind, lazy sheep. That's why I fully commend this person. Good for them. I will take this over I will take a wolf over a blind, lazy sheep that just wants to show up, be told what to do, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, it was that person's fault. No, it was your fault for listening to that person. Good on that person for understanding the game and playing the game. Shame on you for being lazy. Shame on you for not wanting to understand how this all works. Shame on you for wanting to be handed a fish rather than go out there and catching your own fish. This person is catching fish. Sure, you may not agree with the fishing pole that they're using, the tactics that they're using to catch the fish, but at least they're doing it on their own. So, I mean, I don't want to hear you can't point the finger at other people. And that's why I love this conversation, because he fully admits, this is what I'm here. I'm here to talk positively. I'm not going to talk about selling because that would be counterproductive, and there's no rule that says I need to. So why would I do something that's not required that is also counterproductive? That would make me an idiot. I agree. And this person's not an idiot. So good on them. But for you as a viewer, if maybe you don't quite understand, not necessarily, like I said, penny stocks, but just the market as a whole, you have to learn. If I would like to come and help you more. I mean, if you like this presentation, this is kind of how my training courses are set up. And hey, look at that now. I'm all of a sudden twisted. I can see it now. Oh, I see. This is just a sales pitch. No, I won't even say anything more about it other than the fact that you got to learn. And this is why you got to learn, because these are the type of people that are out there. And I don't say that in a mean way at all. I respect this person. Good for them for not being a lazy sheep. Good for them. I love it. They figured out the game. They're playing the game. And heck, let's give credit where credit's due. They're publicly admitting what they're doing. So good for them. I have nothing but the utmost respect for this person. It's not like they're trying to pee on my leg and telling me it's raining. They flat out say, no, I'm not going to talk about selling. There's no law that says I have to talk about selling. Why would I do that? That would be totally counterproductive. So you can't accuse them of not being honest. So what did you think about this? It's a vlog laid back. I realize my ugly face hasn't been on this video at all. But do you want more videos like this, or is this just over the top? I realize it's going on almost 17-minute video, but there's a lot of learning lessons here that can be taken away from not only just penny stock pumpers and how they operate, how they rationalize things, what their goals ultimately are, but just in general, you gotta learn to think for yourself, because stuff like this is out there quite a bit, not only in penny stock world, but everywhere. So it's up to you. Are you gonna be a sheep or are you gonna be a wolf? You may not agree with the wolf's tactics, but I know, when I'm out there searching and I'm out there prowling, I don't need anybody to tell me I'm not a blind, lazy sheep, and neither should you be. You need to have the mentality in this market of I will execute, I will plan, I will manage the trades all on my own. And if you're sitting there saying, well, that sounds like a lot of work, I'd just rather be told what to do. Hey, then good, there you go. This person is waiting to just eat your lunch out there. And you know what? Good for them for eating your lunch, for being lazy. And I'll just leave it at that. So like I said, comment section, let me blow, or let in the comment section below, let me know, what did you think about this video? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. But yeah, get out there. Time to become a wolf.